Hey everybody, welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today's May 3rd, and that means day 123 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode, we printed out this cool little Cthulhu model, so stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 123 of the 3DP 365 project. If you're unfamiliar with the project, check out the description below. I put a fact section down at the bottom that'll give you all the details. And don't forget to check out that MatterHackers affiliate link. If you're in the market for a new printer parts, or if you just need some filament, use that MatterHackers affiliate link down in the description. It kicks a little bit back to the channel. It doesn't cost you a penny, and we really appreciate it. But for today's episode, we printed out this cool little Cthulhu model. But before we talk about the print, let's head over to Thingiverse and I'll show you where to download this model. Then we'll tab over to Simplify 3D and I'll show you my settings for the print. Then we'll meet back here at the workbench and we'll talk about the print. Okay folks, so here we are at Thingiverse. Here is the Dapper Deity, or the Cthulhu model. And I'll put the link down in the description so you can download and print this one yourself. And this is a very cool little model. It's very well designed and there's a lot of really cool detail in this. So let's head over to Simplify 3D and I'll show you my settings for the print. Okay, so here we are in Simplify 3D and I've dropped the model down on the print bed and I've scaled them up to 200%. So we want a little bit bigger Dapper Deity dude. And I did add some support material, even though in the Thingiverse post it says it's supposed to print support free. These two areas here were pretty questionable, and when I slice the model you'll see that. So let me show you my process settings. Under layer height, we did a 0.2mm layer height with 3 top layers and 3 bottom layers and 3 perimeters. We also ran a brim by entering 0 in the skirt offset at 5 outlines. For infill, we only used 10%, and we did generate support material. For temperature, this is MatterHackers PRO PLA silver, so I'm using a single temperature throughout, and that's 207. And I have my 3-stage cooling system set up. Under speed, we ran this out at 45mm per second, so let's hit OK. And let's hit prepare to print, and I'll show you why I added some support material to those two little areas there. And this will be a real-time slice of the Dapper Dude. And there we go. And here is our finished slice. And if I play this through, and I'll slow it down just a little bit, you can see that some of these areas, the areas that I put support in, I think it needed it, like right there. And as we come over here and print this area here that's being supported, you'll see there's a little whip out, see? I think that needed support, and it probably didn't. I'm sure my gMax could have totally handled that little bit of an overhang, but I just wanted to be sure, and it was in an area that I didn't think would be affected by the support material and wouldn't affect the actual print quality. So our print turned out pretty awesome, and I'm super happy with the way this looks. So after this finishes, and we can drag this down to the end, and you can see all the little detail, all his little tentacles, his little monocle, his little suit, and everything else. And our print turned out pretty awesome, just like I said. So let's head over back to the workbench and let's talk about this print. Alright, so you saw my settings in Simplify 3D, and here is our Dapper Deity, or the Cthulhu model as he's called. And he turned out perfect. I am really happy with the way this model looks. All the little detail, all the little nuances that the designer put in, even that little skull he's holding onto behind his back, that turned out perfect. All the little aspects of his little tucks, his little tentacles on his face, those all turned out really great. I really love that little monocle he's wearing, and of course, he's got a fez on, so how could he be evil? And my gMax did such a stellar job picking up all that detail. I am super impressed with this, and I really love the way this MatterHackers PRO PLA in the color silver looks on this model. I'd say this was the perfect color for our little Cthulhu guy. And this model printed out pretty perfect. There are no layer skips, there are no blobs, there really is nothing wrong with this print. I mean, I can't find any real defect in here that would make me want to reprint it or say, yeah, it was an unsuccessful print. There is the layer change glob, you know, where your seam is. And on a model like this, it's kind of hard to avoid putting it someplace where it isn't just going to ruin a whole area. So using the optimized position, I think it did a pretty good job. There's a few of them on the fez and a few of them on the head and a couple on the body. But all in all, I'd say this is a pretty successful print, and I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. And like I said, this MatterHackers PRO PLA in the color silver, it really prints out pretty awesome, and I'm really happy with this filament, and I really love the way it looks on our little Cthulhu guy. I'd say this is a 100% perfect print. Well, that about wraps it up for day 123 of the 3DP 365 project. I hope you guys found this episode interesting and informative. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and I'll see you tomorrow.